Planning a trip to France? Great! France is a country rich in history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes. From the romantic streets of Paris to the sun-kissed beaches of the French Riviera, there's something for everyone. But before you pack your bags and head to the airport, there are a few things you need to know. But before you step off that plane, there are 14 critical mistakes you need to avoid, or risk looking like a total tourist. These mistakes can range from simple cultural misunderstandings to more serious faux pas that could ruin your trip. Knowing what to do and what not to do can make all the difference in having an enjoyable and memorable experience. Stick around, because even seasoned travelers get these wrong. Whether it's your first time visiting France or you're a frequent visitor, there's always something new to learn. We'll guide you through the do's and don'ts, ensuring you blend in with the locals and make the most of your trip. And trust me, the French will judge you. They take their culture and customs very seriously, and a little effort on your part can go a long way. So let's dive in and discover how to navigate France like a pro, avoiding those common pitfalls and truly immersing yourself in the French way of life. Americans love a good handshake, but in France, it's all about the cheek kisses, even with acquaintances. Just don't go full Hollywood. 2 kisses, not 1, not 3. Unless you're in the South, then it's 3. Confused yet? Chuckles. In France, coffee isn't just fuel. It's a ritual, a cherished part of daily life that goes beyond mere consumption. It's about taking a moment to pause, to savor, and to connect with the world around you. Ordering a cafe to go is like asking for wine in a sippy cup. It's almost sacrilegious in a culture that values the art of coffee drinking. The barista might give you a puzzled look, wondering why you would want to rush such a delightful experience. Instead, grab a seat, enjoy the moment, and immerse yourself in the ambiance. Whether you're alone with a book or engaged in lively conversation with friends, the cafe is a place to unwind and relish the simple pleasures of life. And if you must take it away, expect some side-eye from the barista. They might not say anything, but their expression will speak volumes. So next time, consider staying a while. You might just find that the best part of your day is the time spent enjoying your coffee, right there in the cafe. Love a cold ice-filled Coke? In France, you'll get exactly 3 sad ice cubes, if you're lucky. The French believe ice waters down flavor. So, embrace your lukewarm beverages and drink like a local. Fast food culture? Not in France. Dinner is an event, not a pit stop. Expect 3 courses, long conversations, and a waiter who won't bring the check unless you ask. Enjoy the moment, or risk looking like a McTourist. Yes, many French people can speak English, but don't assume they want to. Start with a polite bonjour, and at least try. It's a sign of respect, and it might just get you better service. Americans, we love our big voices. But in France, loud conversations scream tourist. Keep it classy, keep it low, and for the love of croissants, don't yell into your phone on public transport. In the US, free bread is a right. In France, it's a privilege. Some restaurants charge for bread, and water isn't always free either. Pro tip: ask for une carafe d'eau to get tap water without a charge. French cheese has rules. No slicing from the center, no hacking into chunks. Cut it like a wedge so everyone gets the good stuff. Otherwise, you'll hear a collective gasp from the table. Want to buy fresh fruit? Let the vendor pick it for you. Grabbing and squeezing avocados like you're at Trader Joe's? A big non-non. Lunch from 2 to 6 p.m.? Forget about it. Unlike the US, restaurants in France have specific meal hours. Show up at 3 p.m. expecting a burger? You're getting a closed door and a hunger crisis. Tipping 20%? Unnecessary. Service is included in your bill, but if you had a great experience, rounding up or leaving an extra euro is appreciated. Over-tipping? That just confuses the waiter. Lines in France, more like mild suggestions. You'll see strategic, polite crowding. So, if you're waiting in a perfect single-file line, congrats. You just let 10 locals go ahead of you. In France, talking about how much you make, how much your house costs, or what your meals set you back? Tacky. Keep money talk private, unless you want awkward silence. Need groceries or a pharmacy on Sunday? Good luck. Many shops and even grocery stores close, so plan ahead, unless you enjoy scavenger hunting for an open store. When planning your trip to France, timing can make all the difference. While France is a fantastic destination year-round, each season offers unique experiences that can enhance your visit. Spring, from March to May, is a magical time when the country blossoms with vibrant flowers and mild weather. The famous French gardens, like those at Giverny or the Palace of Versailles, are in full bloom. It's also the perfect season for outdoor cafes and leisurely strolls along the Seine. Summer, from June to August, is peak tourist season. The weather is warm and the days are long, providing ample time to explore. However, be prepared for larger crowds, especially in popular spots like Paris and the French Riviera. Events like the Tour de France and Bastille Day celebrations on July 14th add to the excitement. Autumn, from September to November, brings cooler temperatures and fewer tourists. The fall foliage in regions like Provence and the Loire Valley is breathtaking. Wine enthusiasts will particularly enjoy this season, as it coincides with the grape harvest and numerous wine festivals. Winter, from December to February, offers a different charm. Cities like Strasbourg and Colmar host enchanting Christmas markets, while the French Alps provide world-class skiing. Paris, with its festive lights and decorations, is simply magical. No matter when you choose to visit, France has something special to offer. So consider what experiences you value most and plan your trip accordingly for the best possible experience. When dining in France, understanding the local etiquette can enhance your culinary experience. Let's dive into some essential tips to ensure you dine like a local. First, when you enter a restaurant, it's customary to greet the staff with a polite bonjour or bonsoir, depending on the time of day. Wait to be seated, as it's often considered rude to choose your own table. When it comes to ordering, don't rush. Take your time to peruse the menu and feel free to ask the server for recommendations. Remember, meals in France are meant to be leisurely and enjoyed. If you're unsure about the wine, asking for a suggestion is perfectly acceptable and often appreciated. Table manners are paramount. Keep both hands on the table, but not your elbows. When eating, use your knife in your right hand and fork in your left without switching. Tear your bread into pieces rather than biting directly from the slice, and place it on the tablecloth, not on your plate. When it comes to tipping, it's important to know that a service charge is usually included in the bill. However, leaving a small tip, known as le pourboire, is a nice gesture if the service was exceptional. A couple of euros or rounding up the bill is generally sufficient. Lastly, never rush your meal. Enjoy each course and savor the flavors. Dining is a social experience in France, so engage in conversation and relish the moment. By following these dining etiquette tips, you'll not only show respect for French customs, but also enhance your own dining experience. Bon appétit! Hey everyone, so you're in Paris, ready to explore, right? Let's talk about getting around, because French public transport is a piece of cake once you know the ropes. First up, the metro. It's everywhere in Paris and super easy to use. Just remember, always validate your ticket at the gate before you hop on. And keep it handy because sometimes they do ticket checks. Oh, and the metro runs from about 5:30 in the morning till 1:15 at night. So plan your adventures accordingly. Now, for buses. Check the timetable at the bus stop because the schedule changes depending on the route and time of day. When you get on the bus, say bonjour to the driver, it's just polite, and show them your ticket or pass. And if you need to get off at a particular stop, just press the button near your seat to let the driver know. Traveling between cities? The train is the way to go. The TGV, that's the super fast train, will whisk you away to places like Lyon or Marseille in a flash. Book your tickets ahead of time, it saves you money and guarantees you a seat. At the station, find your platform on the big departure board. And don't forget to validate your ticket at those yellow machines before you board. A couple of extra tips. Keep an eye on your belongings, especially in crowded spots. Pickpockets can be a bit of a nuisance, so keep your bag zipped up tight and close to you. And if you're ever lost or unsure about directions, just ask. Most stations have information desks, and you'd be surprised how many staff members speak English. Follow these tips, and you'll be navigating French public transport like a pro in no time. Whether you're discovering the heart of Paris or heading out to the peaceful countryside, getting around like a local makes the whole adventure even better. Bon voyage! Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about something crucial: popular tourist scams in France and how to avoid them. Being aware of these can save you a lot of trouble and ensure your trip remains enjoyable. First up, this typically happens around popular tourist spots like Montmartre. Someone will approach you and start making a bracelet on your wrist, seemingly friendly. Once it's done, they'll demand money. The best way to avoid this is to politely but firmly decline and keep walking. Next, someone, often a young person, will approach you with a clipboard, asking you to sign a petition. While you're distracted, their accomplice might be picking your pockets. If approached, just say non merci and move on. Then there's someone will find a gold ring on the ground and offer it to you, claiming it's your lucky day. After you accept, they'll ask for money in return. Politely refuse and walk away, as the ring is usually worthless. Another common scam is people will ask for donations for a charity that doesn't exist. Always verify the legitimacy of a charity before donating. It's best to say no and walk away. Lastly, beware of. These devices are placed on ATMs to capture your card information. Use ATMs inside banks rather than on the street, and always cover your PIN when entering it. Remember, staying vigilant and trusting your instincts can go a long way in avoiding these scams. If something feels off, it's okay to walk away. Your safety and enjoyment are the most important. Gap 2S. Now, with these tips in mind, you're ready to explore France with confidence and peace of mind. Let's move on to wrap things up. Okay, before we finish, let's learn some easy French words that will make your trip way better. Knowing a few words can really help you understand the French culture and show you respect their language. First, let's start with how to say hello, bonjour. Good morning, hello, bonsoir. Good evening, merci. Thank you, s'il vous plaît. Please, if you get lost, these words are super helpful. Où estimated? Where is à gauche? To the left, à droite. To the right, droit devant. Straight ahead. Here are some good questions to know. Combien ça coûte? How much does this cost? Parlez-vous anglais? Do you speak English? Où sont les toilettes? Where is the bathroom? Puis-je avoir l'addition, s'il vous plaît? Can I have the check, please? And if you need to say, sorry, pardon, excuse me, sorry, je ne comprends pas. I don't understand. Remember, even if you don't speak perfect French, people here will like that you're trying. It shows respect and can make your trip even better. With these easy words, talking to people in France will be much easier. Now let's finish up. France is a treasure trove of must-visit attractions, each offering a unique glimpse into the country's rich history and vibrant culture. Let's explore some of the iconic landmarks, world-renowned museums, and hidden gems you shouldn't miss on your trip. First up, the Inn Paris. This iconic symbol of France offers stunning views of the city, especially if you visit at night when it's beautifully illuminated. Don't forget to snap a photo from the Trocadero Gardens for a postcard-perfect shot. Next, also in Paris. Home to thousands of works of art, including the enigmatic Mona Lisa, the Louvre is a must-visit for art enthusiasts. Make sure to allocate enough time to explore its vast collection. Venture to the south of France to visit the Inn Avignon. This grand medieval Gothic building was once the residence of the popes and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. For a taste of the French Riviera, head to. Stroll along the Promenade des Anglais, visit the vibrant markets, and don't miss the stunning views from Castle Hill. If you're a history buff, the Inn Normandy are a poignant reminder of World War II. Visit the nearby museums and memorials to learn more about this significant period in history. For those seeking hidden gems, explore the charming village of, often called, the Venice of the Alps. With its picturesque canals, quaint streets, and stunning lake, Annecy is a perfect spot for a peaceful retreat. Another hidden gem is the Inn Provence. Visit during the summer months to see the fields in full bloom and experience the mesmerizing sight and scent of endless lavender. Finally, don't miss this medieval abbey perched on a rocky island is one of France's most striking landmarks. Be sure to check the tide schedule, as the island is only accessible at certain times. With such a diverse range of attractions, France offers something for every traveler. Whether you're drawn to its iconic landmarks, world-class museums, or charming hidden gems, your trip will be filled with unforgettable experiences. Now let's wrap things up. Dressing like a local in France is not just about fashion, it's about embracing a lifestyle. The French are known for their effortless elegance and chic style, which often revolves around a few key principles. Let's dive into how you can blend in and feel like a true Parisian. First, simplicity is key. The French prefer timeless, well-fitted pieces over flashy, trendy items. Think classic colors like black, navy, gray, and white. A well-tailored blazer, a crisp white shirt, and a pair of fitted trousers or jeans can go a long way. Next, quality over quantity. Invest in high-quality fabrics and well-made garments. French fashion is about having fewer pieces that are versatile and durable. A good wool coat, a pair of leather shoes, and a cashmere jumper are staples in a French wardrobe. Accessorizing appropriately is also essential. The French love their accessories but keep them understated. A silk scarf, a stylish hat, or a simple piece of jewelry can elevate your outfit without overpowering it. Remember, less is more. Footwear is another important aspect. Opt for comfortable yet stylish shoes, as you'll likely be doing a lot of walking. Ballet flats, loafers, or low-heeled boots are popular choices. Avoid overly casual footwear like flip-flops or overly sporty trainers unless you're at the beach or the gym. Layering is a practical and stylish approach. The weather in France can be unpredictable, so being able to add or remove layers is handy. A lightweight trench coat or a cardigan can add both warmth and style to your ensemble. Lastly, confidence is your best accessory. The French carry themselves with a certain poise and confidence that completes their look. Walk with purpose, smile, and enjoy the experience of dressing well. By following these tips, you'll not only look the part, but also feel more integrated into the French culture. Dressing like a local adds to the overall experience of your trip, making you feel more at home in this beautiful country. Now let's wrap things up. When visiting France, you'll undoubtedly want to bring a piece of this beautiful country back home with you. But with so many options, what are some of the best souvenirs to consider? Let's explore a few iconic French items that make perfect mementos or gifts for your loved ones. First on the list is French wine. France is renowned for its wine regions, from Bordeaux to Burgundy. A carefully selected bottle of French wine can be a delightful reminder of your trip. Just make sure to check customs regulations in your home country before purchasing. Next, consider French cheese. While it might be challenging to transport, many specialty shops offer vacuum-sealed options that make it easier to bring home. A piece of Camembert, Roquefort, or Comte can bring a taste of France right to your kitchen. French pastries and sweets are another excellent option. Macarons from La Durée or Pierre Hermé and chocolates from La Maison du Chocolat are not only delicious but also beautifully packaged, making them ideal gifts. Perfume is a classic French souvenir. Grasse, the perfume capital of the world, offers a variety of exquisite scents. Brands like Chanel, Dior, and Fragonard provide luxurious options that capture the essence of French elegance. For something a bit more personal, consider French fashion accessories. A silk scarf from Hermès, a chic beret, or even a piece of jewelry from a local boutique can be a stylish and memorable keepsake. French cookware and kitchen tools are also popular souvenirs. Brands like Le Creuset and Staub offer high-quality pots and pans that can add a touch of French culinary flair to your home cooking. Lastly, don't forget about art and prints. Whether it's a reproduction of a famous painting from the Louvre or a unique piece from a local artist, art can be a wonderful way to remember your trip. Bringing home a piece of France doesn't have to be complicated. With these suggestions, you'll have no trouble finding the perfect souvenirs that capture the spirit and charm of this incredible country. Happy shopping! Hey everyone! So you're planning a trip to France, especially Paris? Awesome! I've got some tips to help you blend in and have an even better time. It's not just about looking like a local, it's about acting like one too. Respecting French customs goes a long way. First things first, always say bonjour, good day, when you walk into a shop, restaurant, or even an elevator. It's a small thing, but it shows you're polite. Don't forget merci, thank you, and au revoir, goodbye either. Those are important too. When you're eating out, remember your table manners. Keep your hands on the table, but not your elbows. It's polite to wait until everyone has their food before you start eating. And meals might take a little longer than you're used to. The French like to enjoy their food and chat while they eat. What you wear matters too. French people tend to dress a bit fancier. Think smart casual. Not too fancy, but not too casual either. Leave the flip-flops and gym clothes at the hotel. Keep your voice down when you're out in public. The French like things quiet and peaceful. Loud talking isn't considered very polite. That goes for phone calls too. Find a quiet spot if you need to chat. It's okay to show a little affection, like holding hands or a quick kiss, but keep it low-key. Save the big romantic gestures for private moments. One more thing, personal space. French people might stand a little closer when they're talking to you. Don't worry, it's normal. Just don't go around touching people you've just met. Respect their space. By following these tips, you'll show that you respect French culture, and you'll have a much more authentic experience. When in doubt, just watch what the locals do. Have a great trip. Bon séjour. Exploring Paris is incredible, but if you have a day to spare, why not venture out and discover some nearby gems? Here are some fantastic day trips from Paris that will add a touch of adventure to your French getaway. Firstly, there's the stunning Palace of Versailles. Just a short train ride away, this opulent palace is a must-visit. Wander through the grand halls, admire the intricate gardens, and get lost in the history of French royalty. Make sure to check out the Hall of Mirrors and the beautifully manicured grounds. Next, hop on a train to Giverny, the home of the famous Impressionist painter Claude Monet. Visit his charming house and the picturesque gardens that inspired many of his masterpieces. The Japanese bridge and water lily pond are particularly enchanting, especially in spring and summer. For a taste of medieval history, head to the town of Chartres. Its stunning Gothic cathedral, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is renowned for its beautiful stained glass windows and impressive architecture. Stroll through the quaint streets and enjoy the historic ambiance. If you're a fan of wine, a trip to the Champagne region is a must. Reims and Epernay are just a couple of hours from Paris and offer delightful vineyard tours and tastings. Sip on some of the world's finest bubbly and learn about the intricate process of champagne making. For a touch of romance and history, visit the town of Fontainebleau. The Château de Fontainebleau, a former royal residence, is less crowded than Versailles, but equally magnificent. Explore the lavish rooms and expansive gardens, and enjoy the serene forests surrounding the chateau. Another great option is the picturesque town of Rouen. Known for its medieval architecture and the stunning Rouen Cathedral, this town is also famous for its connections to Joan of Arc. Wander through the charming streets and soak in the rich history. Lastly, if you're traveling with family, Disneyland Paris is just a short train ride away. Enjoy a magical day filled with fun rides, enchanting parades, and meeting your favorite Disney characters. It's a perfect escape for both kids and adults. These day trips offer a wonderful break from the hustle and bustle of Paris and allow you to experience more of what France has to offer. Whether you're into history, art, wine, or simply charming towns, there's something for everyone. So pack a day bag, hop on a train, and get ready for an unforgettable adventure beyond Paris. Bon voyage! France is synonymous with fine wine, and exploring its renowned wine regions is a delightful way to enhance your trip. Let's dive into some of the most famous wine regions and how you can enjoy a quintessential wine tasting experience. First up, we have Bordeaux, one of the most prestigious wine regions in the world. Home to over 7,000 chateaux, Bordeaux offers an array of wine tasting opportunities. Visit the Médoc region for its robust reds, or head to Saint-Emilion for its charming medieval town and exquisite wines. Make sure to book a guided tour to learn about the intricate process of winemaking, and indulge in tastings that highlight the region's best vintages. Next, let's head to Burgundy, known for its exceptional Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. The Côte d'Or is a must-visit, with its picturesque vineyards and historic cellars. Enjoy a leisurely bike ride through the vineyards or take a guided tour to sample some of the finest wines in the world. Don't forget to try the local cuisine, which pairs perfectly with Burgundy wines. The Rhône Valley is another gem, famous for its Syrah and Grenache grapes. The northern Rhône produces bold, spicy reds, while the southern Rhône is known for its rich and fruity blends. Visit the charming town of Avignon and explore the vineyards along the Rhône River. Many wineries offer tours that include a walk through the vineyards, a visit to the cellars, and of course, a tasting session. For sparkling wine lovers, the Champagne region is a must. Just a short trip from Paris, this region is the birthplace of the world's most famous bubbly. Reims and Epernay are the main hubs, where you can tour the grand champagne houses and learn about the traditional method of champagne production. Raise a glass and toast to your French adventure. The Loire Valley, often referred to as the Garden of France, is another fantastic wine region. Known for its crisp white wines and elegant reds, the Loire Valley offers a scenic backdrop of castles and rolling hills. Take a leisurely drive through the region, stopping at family-run wineries for intimate tastings and a glimpse into the local winemaking traditions. Lastly, let's not forget Alsace, a region known for its aromatic white wines like Riesling and Gewürztraminer. The Alsace wine route is a picturesque journey through quaint villages and lush vineyards. Enjoy a tasting at a local winery and savor the unique flavors that this region has to offer. When planning your wine tasting experience, consider joining a guided tour for expert insights and seamless visits to multiple wineries. Remember to pace yourself, as wine tastings can quickly add up, and always have a designated driver or use local transport options. Wine tasting in France is more than just sampling different wines. It's about immersing yourself in the culture, history, and passion that goes into every bottle. So raise your glass and enjoy the exquisite flavors of French wine regions. Santé! Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into the amazing history of France. Get ready for a wild ride because French history is packed with exciting stories and larger-than-life characters. So, where do we start? Well, way back, even before smartphones, France was home to a group of people called the Gauls. They were pretty cool, but then Julius Caesar and the Romans showed up in 58 BC and, well, let's just say they took over. You can still see Roman stuff all over France, like old ruins and amphitheaters. Pretty neat, huh? Now, fast forward a few hundred years. The Roman Empire collapses and the Franks take charge. Their first king, Clovis, starts to pull France together as one country. Then comes Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great. He was a big deal, expanding the Frankish kingdom and becoming emperor of the Romans. He also kicked off a revival of art and learning. Think of it as a super cool history reboot. Next up, the Middle Ages. Knights, castles, the whole deal. This is when the Capetian dynasty stepped onto the scene. But things got a little messy with the 100 Years' War between France and England. That's when Joan of Arc, this brave young woman, shows up. She inspired everyone to fight back, and even though she became a martyr, she's a total hero in French history. After that, we have the Renaissance, a time of amazing art and science. Even Leonardo da Vinci hung out in France. Then, in the 1600s, King Louis XIV, the Sun King, arrives. He was all about fancy palaces and showing off his power. If you ever visit Versailles, you'll see what I mean. Now for a big one, the French Revolution. In 1789, everything changed. The monarchy got the boot, and France became a republic. Big names like Robespierre and Napoleon Bonaparte pop up. Napoleon was a military genius who conquered a ton of Europe before being sent away to a faraway island. The 1800s and 1900s were also pretty eventful. Wars, new governments, and France playing a big part in both world wars. Think of battles like Verdun and D-Day, super important stuff. After all that, France helped create the European Union and NATO, basically working to make Europe a more peaceful place. So, here we are today. France is a cool, modern country with a mind-blowing history. From ancient times to now, it's been a roller coaster of ups and downs. Knowing this history helps us understand France and its people even better. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Hey everyone! Let's talk about something super cool about France, its art and literature. France has always been a place where amazing art and stories come from. First up, art. When you think of French art, you probably think of Impressionism. Artists like Claude Monet, with his beautiful water lilies, and Edgar Degas, who painted ballerinas, totally changed how people saw art. And don't forget Auguste Renoir, whose paintings are full of bright colors and light. But French art is more than just Impressionism. The Louvre Museum in Paris is one of the biggest and most popular museums in the world. It's home to famous paintings like the Mona Lisa and Liberty Leading the People. Even the building itself is a work of art. Now let's talk books. France has some of the best writers ever. Victor Hugo wrote Les Miserables and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which are still super popular today. Alexandre Dumas wrote exciting adventure stories like The Three Musketeers and The Count of Monte Cristo. And then there are the philosophers, like Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus. Their books make you think about what it means to be human. If you like philosophy, you should check out The Stranger and Nausea. France also has the famous Cannes Film Festival, where they show the best movies from around the world. French directors like François Truffaut and Jean-Luc Godard changed how movies are made. From amazing paintings to incredible books and movies, French art and literature are really special. They tell us about France's history and continue to inspire people everywhere. So, whether you're visiting the Louvre, reading a French novel, or watching a French film, you're experiencing something amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us. Stick around for the final part of our video. Hey everyone! Let's talk about French desserts. These treats are super yummy and perfect if you love sweets. If you're in France, you have to try these amazing desserts. First up, we have crème brûlée. It's a creamy dessert with a sugary top that's been burnt on purpose. Sounds weird, but it tastes amazing. The best place to get it is at Le Comptoir du Relais in Paris. They make it perfectly. Next, let's talk about macarons. These are small, colorful cookies made with almonds. They come in tons of flavors, from plain vanilla to crazy passion fruit. La Durée and Pierre Hermé in Paris are the best places to get them. Their macarons are famous all over the world. Now, let's move on to tarte tatin. It's an upside-down apple pie with a caramelized top. It's best to eat this dessert in the Loire Valley, where it was first made. Go to Tarte Tatin in La Motte-Bouvron for the real deal. Next, we have chocolate soufflé. It's a light and fluffy chocolate dessert that's perfect for chocolate lovers. L'Ami Jean in Paris makes an amazing chocolate soufflé that you have to try. We can't forget about eclairs. They're long pastries filled with cream and covered in icing. For the best eclairs in France, visit L'Eclair de Genie in Paris. The chef there makes super creative and tasty eclairs. Finally, we have mille feuilles, also called Napoleon. It's made with layers of pastry and cream, and it's a work of art. Go to Café de la Paix in Paris for a mille feuilles that looks as good as it tastes. So, there you have it. Some of the best French desserts and where to find them. Whether you're in Paris or the countryside, make sure to try these delicious sweets. Enjoy! Hey everyone! France is like super famous for its parties and traditions, and they have tons of festivals all year round. It's a really cool way to see what French life is all about, whether you live there or are just visiting. First off, there's Bastille Day on July 14th. It's like their Independence Day, celebrating a big revolution a long time ago. Think huge parades, awesome fireworks, and parties everywhere, especially in Paris. The Eiffel Tower fireworks are amazing. You don't want to miss those. Then there's the Cannes Film Festival in May. It's super fancy, with movie stars and directors from all over the world. It's tough to get in, but the whole city of Cannes gets buzzing, and you might even see a famous person. In February, there's the Nice Carnival, one of the biggest in the world. They have crazy parades, awesome costumes, and huge floats. The flower parade is really cool. They throw flowers into the crowd. If you like music, the Fête de la Musique on June 21st is perfect. It's a giant music festival all over France with free concerts everywhere. There's all kinds of music from classical to rock, so there's something for everyone. In December, there's the Lion Festival of Lights. They light up the whole city with these amazing light displays. It's really pretty and makes Lyon look like a winter wonderland. Then there's the Menton Lemon Festival, also in February. It's a little weird, but really fun. They make huge sculptures out of lemons and oranges. It's in a town on the French Riviera, which is beautiful. And finally, there's the Beaujolais Nouveau Festival in November. This is a wine festival where they celebrate the new wine that comes out that year. People get together to try the new wine with music, dancing, and good food. These are just a few of the many festivals in France. They're a great way to learn about French culture and have a good time. So, if you're planning a trip to France, check some of these out. Have fun and bon voyage. Now that you know what not to do, you can avoid the common pitfalls that many tourists face when visiting France. From understanding the local customs to navigating the streets with confidence, you're now equipped with the knowledge to make your trip smoother and more enjoyable. Remember, a little preparation goes a long way in ensuring a memorable experience. You're ready to take on France like a local. Embrace the culture, savor the cuisine, and immerse yourself in the vibrant atmosphere that France has to offer. Whether you're exploring the charming streets of Paris or the picturesque countryside, you'll feel more at ease and confident in your travels. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow travelers. Your support helps us create more content to guide you on your adventures. Let us know in the comments. What's your biggest travel mistake? We'd love to hear your stories and learn from your experiences. Sharing your insights can help others avoid similar mishaps. Traveling is all about learning and growing, and sometimes the best lessons come from the mistakes we make along the way. So don't be afraid to share and connect with our community of travelers. Bon voyage!